Collect is a data management module that has been designed and developed by Professional Advantage. Professional Advantage have been producing process automation tools for Infosys systems for over 30 years, and everything we do is fully integrated at the database level and allows you to do smarter business. Collect forms part of our billing and credit management suite. This also includes the contract service billing module, which allows for the capture and dispatch of simple sales invoices and also a recurring invoicing functionality. Collect is integrated to CSV, allowing you to drill from a data position to information held on the sales invoice where required. Collect is a tool that will allow your debt managers to take better control of the accounts receivable process. It allows for capture of communications between you and the customer, generation of to-do lists, reporting, and the ability to run batch processes such as the generation of statements or letters on demand or overnight as part of a schedule. Collect allows you to reduce your DSO and ensure that you get money into your bank quicker. Collect is compliant with all versions of Infosys systems, be this Sun Systems version 4, 5 or 6 stream. It allows for the capture of notes and communications against both the account and at the transactional level. These can lead to the creation of to-do lists, meaning that your debt managers do not miss any actions and customers are forced to follow their commitments. The system has full visibility of Sun Systems invoices and ledger transactions, and also fingertip level statistics for an account, ensuring you can understand the debt position immediately. The system accounts and allows for all account allocation functions within Sun Systems, including splitting, connection of receipts to payments, and also the generation of formalized payment plans. The batch processes within the system allow for statements to be dispatched either as a batch or on demand, along with letters through a Word integration. Letters can be escalated at different levels automatically without you having to take those laborious manual processes. The system allows for extensive reporting and powerful search sets, meaning that you can achieve better results from your customers. When a user logs into Collect, the first thing they may be presented with in the morning is a to-do list. In this case, we can see to-do actions for this user that have been set up and are grouped together by the action code. Action codes are configured in Collect to allow you to build out the process as you use it on a day-to-day basis. So, for an example, if you need to send emails, make calls, or perhaps refer something to legal, action codes can be set up to represent this. In this case, we can see that I have a number of send email actions that are outstanding, 5 of them. If I drill down into this, it gives us a list of the actions that have not been closed off and those that I may wish to take during the day. In this grid, we can see information around the note, the account, the name of the account, the date of the action, and maybe some note information. Potentially whether or not I actually attached any transactions to the note, or even if I attached any documentation to the note. Documents attached and the transaction totals can be seen within the note body. Another way of viewing information will be to have a look at it on a calendar basis. If I jump into the users by date, you can see that this user has an action outstanding on Friday the 17th of January. This is to make a call to a client, and I can drill into that note and see the information as required. Once I have completed the note, I can set this as done, close it off, and then move on to further actions that I may have ready for the day. Another important area of Collect is the workbench. This is an area where we can go and examine information about an account and see this at our fingertips. Here I will choose a standard account, all accounts sitting within Sun Systems, and immediately it populates tabs with information that may be relevant to a conversation with the customer. For example, in the Aging tab, we can see information about the total value of outstanding invoices for this customer, aged by aging bands that we have defined within the system. In this case, we have 14, 30, 90, etc. However, these can be anything you like to meet your organization's requirements. You can drill from information in these aging bands down to the transactions outstanding, and on the right-hand side, we have various graph options that allow you to see data in different ways. If I drill to transactions sitting in a particular aging band, I can immediately see a list of the ledger information that makes up that balance. This is full journal information with all fields from the journal available on the screen. From the grid, we are able to move columns around, we're able to sort up and down, apply filters where required, and even group if this was appropriate. So for example, I could have groupings of balance by period, remembering that this is all balances within the aging band. From the workbench, we can also go and see statistics about an account. This gives us immediate fingertip information as to the last dates of payment, year-to-date balance, period-to-date, average days to pay, and the all-important DSO. This is information that can be useful in talking to a customer. We can also talk to a customer directly from within the workbench by having a look at customer details that gives us information about the account in general, or potentially contact details that gives us information about people associated to the account through contacts set up within Sun Systems. Here we could grab the phone number and make a call, or potentially email them. We could even email them directly from within the system if required, sending the details of a note that we have created about our conversation. From within the workbench, we can also generate statements on demand, filling in criteria, and then dispatching a PDF document to the customer contact directly via email. Statements are designed using the built-in report writer, which allows you to customize the report to meet your needs, adding logos and layout as needed. The system can also generate statements as a batch, and these can be scheduled to be run overnight, at the end of the week, at the end of the month, across all accounts as required. Within the workbench, we also have the ability to add a new note. These can be set up to be added as either transactional level notes or account level notes. A note can be associated to a contact on an account, and an action code can be applied so that you can categorize the notes when you look at it in your to-do list. For example, we could add a note in relation to sending an email. We can put in whatever text we require into the note body, and then from there we can associate an action date if it is to be carried out in the future and therefore appear on your to-do list. We can also record things such as client promise dates if required. A note can have attached transactions associated to it, meaning that we actually have information in relation to the transaction itself rather than just the account associated to the note. Once these are added, you can see them in the note body. If you wish to attach something to a note, you can. Any documents can be added. As many documents as needed can be attached in one go. Within Collect, we also have search set functionality. This is very important and it allows us to set up a set of search criteria that can be using information from the Sun Systems ledger, information about the account, note information, and other things important to understanding your data position. When we run a search set, this will produce a list of accounts that we can then look at as an action for the day. It could, for example, give a listing of all accounts that were over 30 days due, giving us a hit list that we could work to once we have completed our to-do list. Once we have finished looking at an account within the system, generating notes, acting on to-do lists, you may wish to refer to some standard reporting. There is an extensive list of reports that comes with Collect, such as age detail reporting, age summary, debt recovery analysis, etc. There is also a standard built-in DSO report. All reports in Collect are generated as PDF listings from the report writer. The only exception to this is letters. Collect has the ability to generate letters at different levels, automating the process to send letter 1, then letter 2, etc. This is done through a mail merge capability. Fields from Collect, such as account information, contact information, overdue amounts, etc., can be pushed into a letter designed to meet your need that you write in a Word document. Collect as a whole is a very powerful tool. It allows you to take better control of your data management and produce information both for standardized reporting and pushing this to your customer, and also information that perhaps is more at your fingertips, such as notes, charts, to-do lists, etc. All organizations that implement Collect can expect to find many efficiencies in how they deal with customers, improve their debt collection ratio, and generally improve their day-to-day activities around customer management. Should you require any further information on Collect for Info Sun Systems, please feel free to contact us at our website www.professionaladvantage.co.uk or contact your Sun Systems partner, who will be happy to help you.